Welcome, future medical professionals, to an exciting journey into the intricate world of human biology. Today, in Class 11 Biology, under Chemical Coordination and Integration, we'll unravel the mysteries of the thymus, a tiny organ with a colossal role in our body's defense. We'll explore its functions across 4 levels of depth, from easy basics to competitive insights, preparing you thoroughly for any ET. Ready to discover a hidden hero in your body's defense system? Let's start with the basics of the thymus. The thymus is a fascinating, soft, lobular organ located right behind your sternum, nestled between your lungs. Think of it as a crucial training ground for your immune system. It's particularly prominent and active during childhood, playing a vital role in setting up your body's defenses from an early age. Its primary job involves the development of special immune cells, which we'll discuss next. So, it's strategically placed to oversee this critical process. The main function of the thymus is to mature T lymphocytes, or T cells, which are essential white blood cells. These T cells are like the specialized soldiers of your immune system, responsible for cell-mediated immunity, fighting off infections and diseases directly. The thymus also produces peptide hormones called thymosins. These thymosins are key in guiding the T cells through their maturation process, ensuring they learn to differentiate between self and non-self. Interestingly, this gland starts to shrink after puberty, a process known as involution, as its most active role is during early life. Now, let's test your understanding with a few quick questions. First, where exactly in the human body would you locate the thymus gland? Second, what is the primary and most important function of this gland? And finally, can you name the specific peptide hormones that the thymus is known to secrete? Take a moment to recall the key points we just covered. Alright, let's dive a little deeper into the thymus, exploring its structure and more detailed functions. The thymus is strategically located in the mediastinum, behind your sternum and in front of your heart. Structurally, it's a bilobed organ, with each lobe further divided into smaller lobules. Each lobule has a distinct outer cortex and an inner medulla. The cortex is densely packed with immature T lymphocytes, also known as thymocytes, where the initial stages of their education begin. The medulla, on the other hand, contains fewer, more mature T cells and specialized structures called Hassel's corpuscles, whose exact function is still under research but is thought to play a role in T cell development. The most critical achievement of the thymus is T lymphocyte maturation, a process called thymopoiesis. Immature T cells, originating from bone marrow, migrate to the thymus. Here, they undergo a rigorous training program involving positive and negative selection. Positive selection ensures T cells can recognize self-MHC molecules, which are crucial for presenting antigens. Negative selection, equally vital, eliminates T cells that dangerously react too strongly to your own body's components, preventing autoimmune diseases. This two-step selection process ensures that only functional and self-tolerant T cells are released into your bloodstream. The thymus secretes several peptide hormones, collectively known as thymosins, including thymosin alpha-1, thymopoietin, and thymulin. These hormones orchestrate the differentiation and maturation of T cells. For example, thymosin alpha-1 boosts T cell function, while thymopoietin influences both T cell development and neuromuscular transmission. As we discussed, the thymus undergoes involution after puberty, gradually shrinking and being replaced by fat. This age-related decline in thymic function contributes to the weakening of the immune system in older individuals, making them more susceptible to infections. Conditions like DiGeorge syndrome, where the thymus is absent, highlight its indispensable role, leading to severe immunodeficiency. Time for some medium-level questions to solidify your understanding. First, describe the internal structure of a thymus lobule, mentioning its distinct regions. Second, what is the significance of both positive and negative selection in the maturation of T lymphocytes? Third, Can you list two important hormones secreted by the thymus and briefly state their general function? Fourth, explain the phenomenon of thymic involution and when it primarily occurs. And finally, how does DiGeorge syndrome illustrate the critical function of the thymus? Now, let's elevate our understanding of the thymus with some hard-hitting concepts and deeper analyses. The thymus has a unique embryological origin, developing from the endoderm of the third and sometimes fourth pharyngeal pouches. This distinct origin is key to its specialized function. The thymic stroma, which includes cortical and medullary thymic epithelial cells, forms the crucial microenvironment where T-cell education occurs. Cortical thymic epithelial cells, or CTECs, are vital for positive selection. They present self-MHC molecules to developing thymocytes, ensuring that only T cells capable of recognizing self-MHC survive. This is the first critical checkpoint in T cell development. Following positive selection, thymocytes move to the medulla, where medullary thymic epithelial cells, or MTECs, take center stage in negative selection. MTECs express a vast array of self-antigens, including tissue-restricted antigens, controlled by the array gene. This allows T cells to be exposed to a broad spectrum of the body's own components. T cells that bind too strongly to these self-antigens are eliminated to prevent autoimmunity. This stringent process ensures that the vast majority of T cells released into circulation are self-tolerant. Additionally, specific thymic hormones like thymopoietin and thymulin have complex molecular actions, influencing T-cell differentiation and overall immune modulation. The thymus is the cornerstone of adaptive immunity, specifically cell-mediated immunity, by generating a diverse and self-tolerant T-cell repertoire. This means it produces T cells that can recognize and fight a wide range of pathogens without attacking the body's own tissues. Defects in this intricate thymic selection process, particularly in negative selection or in the development of regulatory T cells, are directly linked to the pathogenesis of various autoimmune diseases. For instance, if autoreactive T cells escape thymic scrutiny, they can mistakenly target and damage healthy body cells, leading to conditions like type 1 diabetes or multiple sclerosis. Understanding these connections is vital for appreciating the thymus's profound impact on health and disease. Let's challenge ourselves with some hard-level questions. First, discuss the embryological origin of the thymus and its importance for proper development. Second, differentiate between the roles of cortical and medullary thymic epithelial cells in T-cell education. Third, explain the mechanisms of both positive and negative selection, highlighting their respective outcomes for thymocytes. Fourth, describe the molecular actions of at least two specific thymic hormones. Fifth, how does the array gene contribute to central tolerance in the thymus? Sixth, connect the process of thymic selection to the prevention of autoimmune diseases. And finally, what is the significance of the thymus being classified as a primary lymphoid organ? Alright, future scientists, prepare to delve into the most advanced aspects of the thymus, exploring its competitive depth and cutting-edge insights relevant for NEET and beyond. The thymus is a defining feature of all Javed vertebrates, a testament to its evolutionary significance in developing adaptive immunity. While its fundamental role is conserved, its structure and location vary phylogenetically. For instance, fish have diffuse thymic tissue, whereas birds exhibit a chain of lobules. Understanding the absence of a true thymus in jawless fish offers crucial insights into the evolution of the adaptive immune system itself. Within the thymus, T-cell receptor gene rearrangement, or V-D-J recombination, is a molecular marvel. This process, driven by RAG enzymes, shuffles gene segments to create an incredibly diverse repertoire of T-cell receptors, ensuring our immune system can recognize a vast array of pathogens. Junctional diversity, through P and N nucleotides, further amplifies this diversity, making each T-cell unique. The array gene, or autoimmune regulator, is a linchpin of central tolerance, preventing autoimmunity. Expressed primarily in medullary thymic epithelial cells, Array orchestrates the ectopic expression of tissue-restricted antigens. This means it forces thymic cells to display proteins normally found only in specific peripheral organs, like insulin from the pancreas or myelin-basic protein from the brain. This broad self-antigen presentation ensures that developing T cells are exposed to nearly all of the body's own components. T cells that react strongly to these self-antigens are then eliminated through negative selection. A defect in Array leads to severe autoimmune conditions, highlighting its irreplaceable role in immune system engineering. The thymic stroma is a complex, dynamic microenvironment, far more than just scaffolding. It comprises diverse non-lymphoid cells, cortical and medullary thymic epithelial cells, fibroblasts, endothelial cells, and perivascular cells. These cells intricately interact with developing thymocytes, providing essential growth factors like IL-7, presenting MHC molecules, and shaping the T-cell repertoire. The blood-thymus barrier, formed by endothelial cells and pericytes in the cortex, is a critical protective mechanism. It prevents immature thymocytes from premature exposure to foreign antigens in the bloodstream, ensuring their education occurs in a controlled, self-antigen-rich environment. This barrier is a testament to the precise biological engineering within the thymus, safeguarding the integrity of T-cell development until they are fully trained and tolerant. The thymus holds immense therapeutic potential. Thymus transplantation can be life-saving for infants with congenital athemia, like DiGeorge syndrome, restoring their T-cell immunity. Looking ahead, research is intensely focused on thymic regeneration strategies for adults, particularly in elderly or immunocompromised patients. This involves using growth factors, gene therapy, or even engineering artificial thymic organoids to boost T-cell output. The thymus can be conceptualized as a sophisticated bioreactor. It takes raw input cells and precisely processes them into highly specific, self-tolerant immune cells. However, its function is vulnerable. Chronic stress, malnutrition, and aging significantly impair thymic activity, leading to immunodeficiency and contributing to immunosenescence, underscoring the delicate balance required for robust immune health throughout life. Now for the most challenging questions. First, compare and contrast the thymic structure and location across different vertebrate classes. Second, detail the molecular steps involved in V-D-J recombination for TCR gene rearrangement, mentioning key enzymes and mechanisms for diversity. Third, explain the precise role of the Array gene in maintaining central immunological tolerance, citing the consequences of its deficiency. Fourth, describe the various non-lymphoid cell types forming the thymic stroma and elaborate on their collective contribution to T-cell development. Fifth, discuss the therapeutic potential of thymus transplantation and the challenges in achieving effective thymic regeneration in adults. Continuing with our hardest questions. Sixth, analyze how chronic stress and malnutrition can impact thymic function and the implications for overall immunity. Seventh, from an engineering perspective, how does the thymus function as a bioreactor for immune cell development? Eighth, what is allelic exclusion in the context of TCR gene rearrangement, and why is it important? Ninth, how does the blood-thymus barrier protect developing thymocytes, and where is it primarily located? And finally, predict the immunological consequences of premature thymic involution in a young adult. And that wraps up our deep dive into the thymus. We've journeyed from its basic location to its complex molecular mechanisms and therapeutic potential. Understanding this vital organ is crucial for your NEET preparation and for grasping the intricate dance of chemical coordination and integration in the human body. For more such comprehensive and engaging educational content, make sure to visit synapse.omaps.in. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for regular updates and more fascinating biology lessons. Keep learning, keep exploring, and stay curious.